What is up, film geeks? Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn has at theaters, making it the 8th movie inside the DC Extended Universe. So we gotta take all 8 of those movies and put them on their proper tiers. Go ahead and join me in the comment section. Share your thoughts on Birds of Prey. Are you a fan of the title? Because it's kind of a mouthful. Say that 8 times fast. Or what's your favorite DCEU movie? Go ahead and comment all those thoughts down below. Now let's go ahead and get right into our tiers. And first up, we have amazing. Then we have good, then we have meh, then we have bad, then we have oh my, as in oh my, what did I just watch? And these movies are in no particular order. And first up we have Justice League, and it kind of breaks my heart to say it, but I gotta put this guy in the bad tier. And it does break my heart to say because it's Batman, the Flash, Superman. It's like the most iconic superheroes of all time, and they get on the big screen together. And it kind of just falls on his face. And I find some enjoyment in this movie, but the villain himself is just lackluster. The CGI, I mean, it looks like certain points that you're playing a video game. And you can just tell that this isn't the movie Zack Snyder wanted to put out. The studio, if you go into the research and go into all of it, it's so much interference happening. And he didn't get to put the movie he really wanted out. The whole release the Snyder Cut, everyone's talking about it. But we did get introduced to some great characters. Barry Allen, the Flash, Ezra Miller. You got Cyborg, you got Aquaman. So you definitely got some really cool things about this. But this movie should be a lot better than it is. It's the Avengers movie for the DCEU. And it really just fell flat. They're talking about making Justice League 2. I'm still down for it, but there's only way it goes up from here, man, because Justice League was just not that good of a movie. Then we have Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the good tier. And of course, this might always change. When Wonder Woman comes out in a couple months, we'll do another tier ranking. But for now, I just saw this movie. It's fresh in my mind, and it's fun. It's unique. I actually didn't do a review on my channel, so here you go. A quick little review. This movie's fun, it's wacky, and Harley Quinn's narrating the whole story. And it's like they combined 3 kind of directors together. They have like a Guy Ritchie and how they have the storytelling. You'll see they do a lot of rewind. Oh, we're going back to here, how they kind of tell a story. They have Quentin Tarantino, how they have so many different stories going on at one time. They all kind of lead up to one point. And they're also kind of Martin Scorsese, how he always has a narrator in a film. So Margot Robbie's basically narrating the entire film. So it's Guy Ritchie, Quentin Tarantino, and Martin Scorsese all kind of mashed together, and this is the movie we got. And I loved it. I mean, this movie's it's graphic. I mean, certain times guys' knees are just getting snapped in half, and that just grosses me out. It's all hell. And Harley Quinn, she whacks every dude in the balls with a mallet. She has a pet hyena, bringing Bruce after the hunky Wayne guy. It's a fun movie, man. But the thing is, I loved Suicide Squad when I first saw it. Then I saw it again, and I was like, okay, I still like it. Then I saw it again, and it went down. And then I saw it again, and it went down. So I think that same thing happen with Birds of Prey. But right now, I'm really high on it. So Birds of Prey is good. Now we have Suicide Squad. And I'm going to put Suicide Squad in the meh tier. Because when I first saw it, I was like, wow, I loved it. I mean, I was like head over heels in love. Then I took my girlfriend to see it. I was like, you know what? It wasn't as good as the first viewing. Definitely a little bit worse. I was like, okay. Then I bought it. Rewatched it several times. And the more and more we watch it, the more and more I'm like, this just isn't that great of a movie. But I did love it once, and now the more and more we watch, it's kind of gone just down lower and lower. So I can't give it worse than a meh tier. It's a meh movie. I know this is on everyone's lowest, like the lowest ranking ever. This is the worst movie of all time. It's the worst DC movie, but I'm not that far. I have a lot of fun with Deadshot. I am a big fan of Jared Leto's Joker. I liked his laugh. I liked his tattoos. He didn't have much screen time, but for the 8 minutes we basically got of him, I thought he did a kick-ass job. So Suicide Squad isn't terrible. It's just not that good. Then we have Wonder Woman, and I'm gonna put Wonder Woman in the good tier. I was gonna put her in the amazing, but I rewatched it the other day. I was like, you know what? This is a good movie. The storyline of getting to find out who Wonder Woman is, where she came from, is really awesome. And her and Chris Pine chemistry is just fantastic. And the little love story they have, like the last act, that's probably the best part of the last act. It's a little weird. It gets a little clunky, but the little love story and how he says something she can't hear, then it goes back and we get to hear it again. I thought that was really well done by Patty Jenkins. And finding out who she is and like how badass she is, it's a really good origin story. Again, the CGI sometimes isn't the best, but Wonder Woman's a really good movie. It's a freaking kick-ass movie, and if you compare this to Captain Marvel, both the first female-led movies, Wonder Woman kicks Captain Marvel's ass. So Wonder Woman, you got a leg up over Marvel in this race. Next up is Man of Steel, and this is going in the amazing tiers. Personally, my favorite DCEU movie, and when I first saw it, I was like, I'm not too sure about it. I rewatched it, and I find myself rewatching this all the time. I love it. The score in this movie is is probably one of the best scores of all time. At least one of my favorite scores of all time. It's inspiring and enthusing. And you got Kevin Costner, you got Russell Crowe, and you got Diane Lane, you got Henry Cavill, you got Amy Adams. You got such a great cast. And we gotta find out who Kal-El is, and the action in this movie's so great. And Zack Snyder absolutely killed it with this film. I love Henry Cavill's Superman. He will always be my Superman. And Man of Steel is my favorite Superman movie of all time. I love every single thing about it, and it might be a little long, but I can see a director's cut for 3.5 hours, and I would not get tired of it. I love everything about Man of Steel. Then I have Shazam. And I'm going to put Shazam in the good tier. And here's why. I've only seen Shazam one time. And the one time I saw it, I was expecting everything and more. And I didn't get everything and more. I was a little bit let down. Not saying I didn't like it. I think it's a really good movie. I think it's really solid. It's like the good family fun for everyone. Zachary Levi's basically playing himself in his role. And the only thing that kind of was a bother for me, though, was that when he's a kid and when he's older, he's kind of two different people. When he's kind of a kid, he's kind of back to a dick character. But when he's up at older into Shazam, he's like kind of fun and friendly and cool, but it's kind of the character, like the character arcs for them and how they acted was kind of a little bit different. But this movie's funny, the villain's pretty dope. It's gonna be sick to see Zachary Levi team up or fight against Black Adam in a couple years against The Rock, and I can't wait for Shazam 2. And you know what? It's funny. It's the funniest movie inside the DCEU. It's quirky. It just works on really every level. Really do like Shazam quite a bit. Then we have Aquaman, and I'm going to put Aquaman in the good tier as well. When I saw it in theaters, I knocked my socks off. I loved everything about Aquaman. But then I rewatched it, and I was like, it's a cheesy movie, and Aquaman is cheesy. But the one thing that's really cool is when he's fighting Black Manta, and all Black Manta's guys have a 7-minute scene where they're going from one way all the way to the other. Like how they did that fight scene was awesome. And them underwater, I didn't know how it was gonna look. I was really nervous to see how it was gonna look. And it looked really normal, which is weird to say because they're men underwater fighting. And when Jason Momoa fights King Norm and all that, it's a lot of cool things about this movie, and a lot of things to kind of make you think about. Kind of hits on some real life notes a little bit, but Aquaman is awesome. The only thing, if I had to nitpick this movie at all, the teenage Aquaman, when he's sitting there and Willem Dafoe's like telling him, he's like, "Why can't I see my mother?" And he's like, "You know why?" She's like, "Does she not?" And zooms in super close on his face. "Love me?" I was like, why is this in the movie? It's super cringeworthy, but other than that, I do like Aquaman. I know I sound like I shitted on it, but I do like Aquaman quite a bit. And last, and honestly, certainly not least, Batman v Superman. And you have to watch the Ultimate Edition, because if you watch the regular edition, they don't touch on Henry Cavill's character near enough. The Ultimate Edition is awesome, and I put the Ultimate Edition in the good tier. I almost put it in the amazing, but because I find myself rewatching this all the time. "Tell me, do you bleed?" It has some really good iconic lines, and this is the one movie everyone's like, "Oh my god, Superman's gonna wipe the floor with Batman," but Batman's richness and Batman's his will to win, and the one time he sees Superman basically decapitating his city and his building, he's a hero. He's always stopping crime, and he was helpless in this scenario, so now he's ready to fight. He's like, "I have to fight because this is what I do." So if you think of it that way, it's kind of cool, and I think Batman v Superman's overly hated. I think it's a very, very good Batman film. And you know what? I really like Ben Affleck as the Batman. I like Batfleck a lot. Excited to see him go. I'm excited for the new The Batman movie. But there's my tiers. And if I'm going to go ahead and rank these guys for you, there's only 8 movies, so we'll rank them real fast for you. So first up, obviously, Man of Steel. Then I have Shazam. Then Wonder Woman. Then Birds of Prey. Then Aquaman. Then Batman v Superman. Breaks my heart it's that low because I do like it a lot. Then we got Suicide Squad, and then we have Justice League. There's my little 8 ranking for you. So guys, how do your guys' ranking compare? How do your tiers compare? What did you think of Birds of Prey or any of these movies? Make sure to let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Don't hate me too much. It's just my ranking. I'm a personal guy. I'm sorry, yeah? And do me a favor and go see a movie. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!